about unlocking your full potential, the role of accountability. So how many of us have set a goal, whether big goals or small goals, and somehow you never got to do it? Like you just opted out. If that's you, just say that's me. Okay, thank you, Lyric. Just say that's me in the comment section. If we've ever set a goal and you never got to do it, you know, we've all been there. It could be a fitness goal, it could be a business idea, it could be a personal milestone, it could be anything, but we've been there, at some point in our lives that we set goals and we never really got to do them, we never really got to see them through. It has happened to me countless times, and then, the thing here is that the gap between setting goals and achieving them is rarely just is not just really about willpower, right? It's often about accountability. So the question is, why do we struggle? Why do we struggle with, you know, achieving our goals and all that? Now, the thing is that motivation is fleeting. You can be motivated. I mean, at the beginning of this year, a lot of us said, oh, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, to set goals and things that you really wanted to do, and you ended up not doing them, right? Now, we can easily get motivated to do stuff, but motivation is very fleeting. Is actually very fleeting. So another reason is that we operate in silos. Now, when you are doing something and you really don't have people cheering you on, or someone watching you, most times you can easily just let things slide. Okay, I'll do them later. You just postpone them. I'm going to do them later. But if you notice, how many of us have actually watched track and field events? You know how that's okay. You're in the grandstand and you're like cheering someone on, and you just see them doing even better than they would have done if you were not there. So that's more like it. So if someone is watching you, if someone is cheering you on, we tend to do things better. And then another thing is that life gets in the way. We get dissatisfied, we self that comes in, perfectionism comes in and all that, and you're like, oh, I don't really think I can do this. I think the goal was too much. I think I set a lofty goal, maybe I won't be able to fulfill it or something. So just life just gets in the way, and most times you just see yourself that you're not able to do this. So what accountability really means now, for some people, right, they feel accountability is pressure. Like I've interacted with people that like, oh, um okay, I'm pressured to, okay, you're calling me so much, you're asking me, have I done this, have I done that? I'm feeling the pressure on my soul. Accountability is not about pressure. If you see it more like a partnership, I think just that mindset shift is really going to help you. Seeing accountability as a partnership and not like a pressure, because it's structure, it's support, and that honesty. It just helps to turn intention into actions. It just turns your intentions into action, because we all have intentions, we all set goals, but what it does is that it turns your intentions into actions. If you're still there, just say, I'm here. Okay, so now the question is, someone could ask, okay, how can I keep myself accountable? How can I keep myself accountable? I want to be accountable. I've tried being accountable in the past, but I think I can't do it alone. How can I keep myself accountable? Now, there are different types of accountability. We have self accountability. Now, what self accountability is, okay, now this one is you're being accountable to yourself. So, how are the ways you can be accountable to yourself? You can have tools like journals, calendars, goal setting apps. In the past, oh, first of all, okay, yes, I wanted to say thank you, Dr. Kim, for the privilege. Dr. Kim has also taught us from the previous Monday momentums that we've been having about having journals, setting goals, having tracking apps. These things help us a lot to be accountable to ourselves. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Kachi. I can see your comments. Okay, you have journals where you jot things down, keep yourself accountable, and then there is something she said, you can actually tie it to something. You can tie your goal to something. Oh, when I get this done, I'm going to do this. When I do this, I'm going. So it's more like a reward system, right? So you can have your journals. Some people do pretty well with journals, where you're like, okay, you have this checklist. Okay, check, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. So some people, it could be self accountability that works for them, and that's fine. Now, another type of accountability is peer accountability. Now, this involves having friends, mentors, co-workers who could check in. Remember, I said accountability doesn't have to be pressure. It's not about being pressured to do something. It's partnership. So you could have friends, you could have mentors who could keep you accountable. Because the truth is, when you leave this all to yourself, like we already said, the things that get in the way, they could get in the way and they could get make you not to be accountable. So you can have peer accountability where you have mentors, you have friends, you have co-workers who you could be accountable to. And then another one is public accountability. Don't make your goals secrets. When you keep them under yourself, you just say them to yourself, okay, I think I'm going to do this. No, make them public. In a circle like this, put something you want to be accountable, you want to be held accountable for. You can put it in the comment section. I think we did that the last time. Find someone, like find someone in the community who you could be accountable to. That's also another thing. Like when we say co-workers, look for someone here, look for someone in the community. That's what this community is about, accountability. Put it in the comment section. Okay, I want to be held accountable. Oh, okay, Larry, you could cut out, Pandora, hold me accountable for this. Kachi, hold me accountable for this. Make it personal. And then if you're the one who is supposed to hold someone else accountable, please do the job, right? So you could use public accountability, make your goals public. Also, professional accountability, your coaches, masterminds, structured programs. Yes, structured programs help a lot because I mean, at the end of it, you usually have there could be assignments, things to do, take home assignments, and all that. Accountability is, yes, thank you. Kenechukwu said accountability is safety, and truly, accountability is safety. Is that safety net, that holds everything in for you. It just holds you in. Without accountability, some things can actually not function because we humans, we easily run on motivation, and then at the end of the day, you get tired. So when accountability is present, actions become habits, not a choice. When accountability is present, those actions, they become a habit because now someone is going to check. Just check. Okay, take for example in your workplace, you're going to be asked about this during your meeting. Oh, your boss is going to do this. That keeps you on your toes. That's what accountability does for you. If you can relate with this, please kindly put it in the comment section. You know Accountability, it keeps you on your toes. Like, you have a deadline, you're going to submit this, you're going to do that, and you just find out that you're on your toes, to get things done. Now, the power of accountability, what accountability does for us, that it creates clarity, right? Now, you know exactly what to do, what you're working towards, and why. Because now, when you're also sharing your goals with someone else, they get you to ask these questions. What exactly do you want to do? What are you working towards, and why? Things just become clearer to you. So accountability also provides clarity. It creates clarity for us. Now, it also builds momentum. The regular check-ins, the feedbacks, they push you forward. They just push you. They just push you. So it builds that momentum. When you know you are accountable to someone, it builds momentum. There is always that regular checking. They are checking, the feedbacks and all that. The momentum is always there. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get better. I'm going to do this. And then it also strengthens your resilience. You're less likely to quit. When someone is working with you, you're less likely to quit. I have an example. At the beginning of this year, I was trying to get something done, and sincerely, it was encumbering, it was taxing, it was annoying. I was at the verge of saying, I can't take this anymore. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But I had people who were more like accountability partners to me, and they were like, no, you can do this. They kept talking to me, you can do this. You don't know what you have, you don't know who you are, like the power in you, just all those talks and all those check-ins. Have you done it? Have you submitted it? Just do it. And sincerely, that was the drive that pushed me through to that finishing line. On my own, I wouldn't have gotten there. I mean, if you could do it on your own, you could have done it, right? But we actually need people that we're accountable to. It reinforces your identity as well. You begin to become that person. who follows through. Dr. Kem will get us to say things, and I think you should also do it in the comment section. Rather than say, "Oh, I should do this, I will do this." Say, "I'm that kind of person who gets things done. I'm that kind of person who finishes tasks. I'm that kind of person who pays for a course, goes through with the course, and finishes the course." I know some of us here, you might also be a victim of this, or you might be guilty of this, that you pay for courses online and you don't get through with them. You can start saying it. I'm that kind of person. I'm this kind of person who does this. I'm the kind of person who does this. Just put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section, and the kind of person, yes, I'm the kind of person who finishes task. And let it not just be about now, let it be about later. It's things that you also do on a daily basis. Now, you don't need to hustle harder, right? You just need to connect deeper. The goals that you want to achieve, the things you want to do, you can actually get them done. What could you do to get things better? Now, one, find an accountability partner. Find someone you could be accountable to. If you know, sincerely speaking, if you know that self accountability is not for you, and I can say that 70 to 80% of us, self accountability is not for, in as much as that's the greatest motivation, but truly, self accountability, if it doesn't work for you, find an accountability partner. Find someone you could be accountable to with your goals, your aspirations, your desires. That's the only way these things will be turned into actions. Join a community like ours. Yes. So if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're new here, and for those in the community as well, you're already here, so you're part of us. If you're watching us on YouTube, you could join a community. If you're watching us on YouTube, you could join a community like ours. You could join a community like ours, my expansive life community. Here you be accountable. Here you'll be held accountable for the things that you're doing. You can find accountability partners here in the community. I hope you can get that. What was the first thing I said? Find an accountability partner, join a community, use tools that track and remind. Yes, use tools that track and remind. You could find tools, they are all over the internet. Find tools that could track you and that would remind you of the things that you are doing. Speak out your goals, out speak them out loud. Don't hold them in, don't hide them. Let someone hold that space for you. Speak it out loud. Say the things you want to do and get them done. Say the things you want to do, speak them out loud. Tell someone, find someone, because unlocking your full potential isn't about being perfect, it's about being supported. That's another thing. Most of us want things to be perfect before we actually do them. Most of us want, there's this perfectionism thing, and we want things to be perfect, and it mustn't be perfect. It's not about perfectionism. It's about being supported. So no one is saying you will have it all figured out. No one is saying you're going to be perfect all through, but you can actually be supported when you share your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Okay, and then there is a quote I actually wanted to make by Bob Proctor, and he actually said that accountability is the glue that holds commitment to results. Yes, he said, is that glue that holds commitment to results. So the glue holds commitment to results. You're committed to something and you get it done. What lies in between those two is accountability. So this week, be accountable to someone. Now, tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section which of these works for you. Self accountability, peer accountability, public accountability, professional accountability. I want to know which one works for you, and you could also tell us why. Tell us in the comment section which accountability works for you and why. Why does it work for you? So that others could also learn from it. So, with that, we are coming to the end of today's Monday Momentum. Okay, so let me go through the comment sections and the questions and see what we have here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, yes, I can relate. Okay, Catch said, I'm that kind of person who finishes tasks. Yes. Grace said, I'm the kind of person who takes time daily to finish my online course. Yes, yes. So Dr. Nkem already told us in the past that we could actually cut these things down, right? You could say, okay, 1 hour a day, I'm going to do this. 1 hour a day, I'm going to do this. 1 hour a day. I think I started doing that and it has actually helped me. So nobody is saying bring out 24 hours and do it. No, just have that time block, 90 minutes that you're going to just specifically allocate to that particular thing. So Grace, like your online course, bring out 1 minute, 90 minutes, and just do it. And that, it's just small consistent steps that build up over time. So it's not about doing all of them at the same time. No, just small consistent steps. Before you know what's happening, you've gotten to the finish line. Okay, Kachi is okay. Yes, yes, please also tell us why you're choosing. So Kenechukwu said, please, what tools are best for keeping track based on your recommendation? There are self trackers on, I think you could use Play Store. So you can use their self trackers. Okay, like there's a tracker that we are building on Notion. Be time maybe before the end of the third quarter, we'll be releasing it, Kenechukwu. So you look out for it. So those kind of trackers, they could also help you keep yourself accountable. Your journals, there are online journals that you can actually use to keep yourself accountable. If you're the kind of person who just writes keeping things down, yes, you can also keep them down. Your calendar is also a tool. Yes, you can just put these things in your calendar. If you don't want the online calendar, you can have the calendar just hung at the back of your house, and then you just mark them there. Okay, I want to do this, I'm going to do this at this date, I'm going to do this. It just helps keep your thoughts organized, and helps you with accountability. Kachi said, pair accountability works best for me. It's why I love working with a team. Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. Okay. Lyric said self accountability. So, Lyric, tell us why self accountability was better for you. Kenechukwu said, professional accountability works for me. It's better when you have someone you're looking up to gets you stay on your feet. Yes, 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 absolutely. So for me, I think sincerely, professional accountability as well. Having those masterminds, those coaches, and their structured programs, they work better for me. They work better for me. But you mustn't really just use one. Depending on what you're doing, you could use all: self accountability, peer accountability, professional accountability, public accountability. You could use all, whichever one, like you could actually merge them and use them for yourself. So, yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Grace. Which one works better for you? Okay. I think, do we have any other question in the Okay, I think that's that for today. So remember, we said find an accountability. Okay, let me say, because I'm able to talk sense into myself and pick myself up from where. But that's beautiful. Like seriously, some people know how to reset their brains, and just yes, and I do that too sometimes. So that's why I said you could actually measure all this. Sometimes you look yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself, see, Lerek, you're going to do this. Pandora, you're going to do you're going to just talk to yourself, look yourself in the mirror, and then you do that talk. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so remember we have assignment for the week. Small tasks, find an accountability partner. If you've not joined, join a community like ours. If you're watching us on YouTube, use tools and trackers, and then speak your goals out loud. Thank you so much, everyone, for having us. Then next week, we'll meet again, same time, same platform for our Monday Momentum. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Bye.